Uma Musume. If you've been on the internet recently for a few seconds, you'll see these horse girls all over your For You page. That is the same type of brain-rotted humor like my dear friend Nokotan and Azumanga Daioh the animation, mixing the Japanese horse racer stallions with anime to create a fuse between the two and give us probably the best thing since sliced toast. However, with every good thing, there's its fan base, and Uma Musume has its fan base. With every good comes its fair share of bad, and the recent manga release, Thank You McQueen, is no exception. My name is Nick Boo. Nick Boo? Why did it pick up as Nick Boo? What the fuck? Kitty! Mike Wazowski! Yeah, sure, step aside. My name is Nick Boo, and I'll be taking you on the journey of one of the most batshit insane mangas I have ever seen in my entire fucking life. Let's get started, shall we? So, what really is an Uma Musume? Well, the wiki says that they are born to run. They inherit the names of horses from another world, whose histories were sometimes tragic and sometimes wonderful, and run ever forward. That is their fate. No one knows how the races waiting in the futures of these Uma Musume will end, but they will continue to run, aiming only toward the goal in front of them. First revealed in 2016, it takes the iconic horses from Japanese horse racing and turns them into different types of anime girls. But instead of just turning them into anime girls without any correlation to the horses whatsoever, instead they directly incorporate the personalities within the designs of the characters. Take Goldship in real life. He's known for his unpredictable temperament, with major wins being interspread with inexplicably poor efforts. This translates pretty well within Goldship in the series, with her being very quirky with how she acts. But I'm not here to talk about Goldship in particular, unfortunately. No, I'm rather talking about the two other horses, Tokateo and Mijuro McQueen. No, not that Lady McQueen, you little scamp. I'm not talking about that Lady McQueen. Don't you remember McQueen? You was there too. Teo was born April 20th, 1988, and through his racing years experienced multiple leg fractures and even a toe avulation. However, he unfortunately passed away on August 30th, 2013, at the age of 25 due to a heart failure. He passed away at the Shendai Stallion Station in Hokkaido. I hope I pronounced that right, where he had been standing stud, following a distinguished career marked by iconic comebacks. McQueen was born on April 3rd, 1987, and was forced to retire in autumn of 1993 due to a diagnosis of degenerative suspensory ligament dermatitis, a serious and incurable leg condition. Man, I was just realizing a lot of these fucking horses have a lot of medical conditions. Dear God.
Put me back in, coach. I can go back in, coach. I can go win the race.
No, McQueen, you got fucking a leg condition. You can't fucking go.
Oh, no.
Later on, he would unfortunately also pass away on April 3rd of 2006 at the age of 19 due to heart failure. He died in his stable in the same place Teo died. Hopefully you're paying attention to all that because I'm not going to repeat it again. Now to the actual comic. How could a seemingly innocent manga like this ever have such a bad reputation behind it? The great philosopher Nicoputus once said, "Don't judge that shit by its cover." You see, the joke is, Nicoputus is actually me. Yeah! So, without further ado, let's jump right into this, shall we? And also, before this video starts, I want to mention that if you're sensitive to any of these topics on screen now, I recommend you leave this video immediately. The subject matter in which I'm going to be talking about is pretty serious, and I don't blame you for wanting to back out now. You can go watch something else on my page if you feel uncomfortable moving on. Now, without further ado, let's, for real, actually get started. Before the actual story starts, we get a quote at the beginning saying, "Let's be rivals until death do us part." Our story of the hour starts as the trainer for Teo gets the unfortunate news from their doctor, saying that due to the third leg sprain, that Teo won't be able to race anymore. Before the doctor can say what condition Teo has, we cut to the training field where we could see McQueen doing her thing. McQueen states how much they miss racing with Teo, as Teo asks her to meet in the club room alone. Once there, we see Teo unwrapping her cast, presumably checking her leg to see the damage done. However, once McQueen enters the room, we see Teo as she ties a knot and hung it to the ceiling. we see how Teo's not taking her injury well, saying how she's been diagnosed with osteogenesis imperfecta. For those who don't know, OI, or the brittle bone disease, is a genetic disorder causing fragile bones that fracture easily due to defective coagulin production. Apparently, instead of just accepting this and coming to terms with her condition, she just states the worst and says that she can't live the rest of her life like this, and for McQueen to help her end it, quote unquote. That's when, in the next frame, we see Teo kiss McQueen with drool coming out. Okay? Look, if this comic was just for shock humor and ended right here, I don't think people would be as shocked as they were when they initially saw it, including me. However, this is where shit hits the fan very quickly. And I can't explain the next few panels, since if I do, I will definitely be kicked off of YouTube. So I'm gonna have my good buddy Springtrap explain it for me. Take it away, Big Willie.
The attraction is great. So many guys I can.
Weirdly enough, the most normal panel in this entire manga shows pictures of the real-life counterparts of McQueen and Teo together. Once that happens, Teo kicks the bucket and flops like a fish. That's when... You know what, I'm not even going to describe what happens next. What the fuck? Finally, the other Umas who find where those two have been hiding are rightfully startled by it, and... Once that ordeal is over, McQueen is sent to the fucking nut house as she repeats the same phrase over and over. Thank you, McQueen. So, how was everyone's Valentine's Day? This manga is so weird to me in the fact that it doesn't work within the Uma Musume lore. Given the prior context with the horses, the only thing that's relatively true about the source material is the fact that Teo broke her legs 3 times. This comic was just so jarring to me at first that I needed to take a literal step back and process what I just read. I do not have a reaction image for this. What the fuck? But what does my friend Drew think about this? He's a pretty big fan of Uma Musume, so maybe he'll have some words on this as well. Damn. Well, I guess that answers that. So, the last frame shows us who made this manga in the first place. Matzel Arts. From what I could tell on their Pixiv account, they have very beautiful illustrations. They have a great sense of style that feels like it was pulled straight from Meg and Dia Monster Nightcore dubstep remix from 2000s. They have really beautiful pieces of artwork that can really stand out in a crowd, like their Invisigal artwork, and then they could just have Tetos hitting 6'7", even though she's canonically 30 years old. So the fact that they made this notorious manga is so surprising to me. McQueen and Teo are 2 of the goofiest characters that I've seen from Uma Musume, and now they're just turned into this. I legit do not know what to say to this. It makes me want to do like a Men in Black pen and just like wipe my memory, or a... You know what? Never mind. Fuck it. However, I don't send any hate or harassment towards the creator of the manga as a whole. People can have a right to not like this manga, sure, but they do not have the right to go out of their way to harass a creator. Not that I'm saying anyone has yet, but just in case if they have. But anyways, what can we learn from this manga? Number 1, grape is bad. Number 2, suicide, despite what Danny DeVito might say, is not badass. And 3, shit, I don't know, Gold Chip's funny. Thank you very much for watching. Happy Valentine's Day, and bazinga as always.
This attraction is great. So many guns I can. Great.